graciously, the pastors, Alex and Jaime, the elders, thank you for giving me this chance to go through this process. Thank you for walking through it with me. Thank you for just everything you've done to encourage my life and cheer me on. Most of all, thank you to our church, because you have been such a wonderful community for us to attach roots to over the last 3 years, to steal our redwood analogy from the sermon series. You guys, I'm so blessed to serve this community, but I really feel like the blessed one because you all are full of love and gratitude that is just ongoing, and I feel like I don't even deserve it at times. So thank you, Chatham Community Church, most of all, for being such an amazing community for us over these last 3 years and going forward. So I've been thinking about what this means, reflecting on what it means to be set apart, to be ordained over the last days and weeks. And the thing that God keeps bringing my mind back to is the amazing things that he can do with just one life. What can God do with just one life? Just one person that's willing to say yes to God. It's incalculable, the magnitude of what God can do when just one person is willing to say yes. When I was in India, my dad talked about that earlier. When I was 19, I was with a friend of mine, Sean, and we were living in South India in this village with a dirt road going in and out of it. We're in Pittsburgh, not that we're unfamiliar with dirt roads. There were times when we were it was almost despairing because we were away from everyone and everything we had ever known. And we just wanted to share the gospel with people. But we couldn't even pick up a phone and call home. This was 2007, so technology wasn't even as advanced as it is now, right? But we always used to say, if just one person comes to know Christ through this, it will all be worth it, right? If just one person comes to know, God can do anything with just one life. And in youth group this semester, we've been studying the Timothys, 1st and 2nd Timothy. And we have a theme verse that we've sort of recited and said every week that we've been together. I don't know I'm not going to put any of you guys on the spot. I know some of y'all know it, but it's 1 Timothy 4:12. Let no one despise or look down on your youthfulness, but become an example of faithfulness in the way you live your life. There's 5 points. Your faith, your love, your purity, your speech, and your conduct. Become an example of faithfulness. And, it's amazing. We've been talking sometimes on Sunday nights in light of this about the fact that, it doesn't matter if you're an 11-year-old 6th grader or if you're 80 years old and you've been walking with the Lord for, 80 years or 70 years. You are just as much a Christian the moment you accept Christ into your life as you will ever be. You're given a complete package. And the reason for that is because our faith is unlike any other faith in the world. We literally bring almost nothing to the table. God has to give us what we receive. In life, if you want a job, you have to bring credentials or qualifications to the table. If you want to join a club, if you want to join a yacht club, you have to own a yacht, right? If you want to join a sports club, you probably have to pay the fine, the club fee. Even if you join the grocery store club, which is free, they still want your email address. And they will send you emails, and it will be annoying. So it still costs you something, right? But when we come to Christ, all we bring is our brokenness and our faith. And hopefully, a willingness to say yes to whatever it is God wants to do in and through our lives. I was thinking about this, and I'm going to put one of our guys on the spot. We had a student get baptized last week, Chancinator. And I'll never forget what Chance said when he got baptized, because I cried when you got baptized, Chance. That's how impacted I was. Chance's dad baptized him, And Alex asked him, why do you want to get baptized? And Chance said 3 things. He said, I know that Jesus led a perfect life. I know that he died for me. And wherever he wants me to go, I will go. And I just thought, man, what an example of willingness. Willingness to say yes to whatever it is God wants you to do. It's also an example of not letting someone look down on your youthfulness. Just thought I'd throw that in there. So, as I stand here tonight and I receive this amazing honor of becoming the student pastor in our community, I personally, this is from my heart, I want to pledge to you, Chatham Church, 2 things. The first is I will do my very, very best to be willing to say yes to whatever it is God wants to do in and through my life amongst this community. I will do my best to be willing. And the second thing, and I'm going to need your help with this, I'm going to need your prayers, is I will glory and I will boast in my weakness so that the power of Christ is magnified in my life. Because when it's all said and done, when it's all over with, the weight of glory, I'm going to paraphrase C.S. Lewis here, the weight of glory rests on our lives, not when we look around and say, wow, look at all the amazing things I've accomplished. But rather when we look around and we're able to say, look what God did.
Yes.
Look what God did in this life of a broken, feeble, weary person. Look what God did. So my pledge is that as long as I am a part of this community and graced with the privilege to serve, I will always endeavor to give the glory to the one who really deserves it, who is really worthy of it, the one to whom it truly belongs, and that is our great and wonderful God. So to him be the glory. And thank you for this amazing ceremony and for your hearts in being here tonight.
Well, we have one more song to sing in worship. If you guys could go ahead and stand to your feet and sing with us.